champions! I am the tag team champions! I am the tag team champions!
Sierra Hotel, Echo leads Delta.
Hey guys, this is Chase from Burnout Inc., better known as That Guy with the Gloves. And this is going to be my review of the Elite Series 25, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, The Shield. I was kind of contemplating just waiting until I got a hold of the Roman Reigns so I could do like a 3-in-1 review with all members of The Shield, but doesn't look like he's going to be in my stores anytime soon, and I, wanted to get this up. So we're going to start with talking about the new packaging that WWE and Mattel have chosen for the Elite Series 25, and going forward, instead of having like a gold and a white color scheme from the last packaging, they chose blue and silver, and I really like it. I like this redesign. To me, this reminds me a lot of WrestleMania 23 with like the, I don't really know the best way you say what kind of design this is, but just the way it looks, it's like metallic silver with the blue background and stuff. That's just what I get, and I like it. I like it a lot. Again, they have these really weird, kind of horribly Photoshop looking pictures of them, almost making them look cartoonish rather than they're actually standing there. And that's how the package is going to look now. I like that they do have photos of the wrestlers, like, parts of them on Raw or doing moves and stuff like that, instead of just having these profile type pics. And that's how they're going to be doing the other figures in the Wave photos, and I think that looks pretty cool too. And apparently they want to advertise the Raw ring, which, come on, make some Elite scale rings. They'll sell, I promise. Alright, so that's enough for the packaging. Let's get into the figures and their wonderful assortment of accessories. As soon as I lock in my tripod there. So, let's look at Seth Rollins' accessories. He has this gigantic ladder. I mean, holy crap, this thing is huge. Looks awesome, works nicely. Just yank it open, yank it close. Move Ambrose's accessories, and Rollins also comes with a table. Table has the WWE logo on it, not sure why. If anything, it should have been on the bottom. Kind of wish the top of the table had more of a wood texture to it, or just, something to make it look more like a table and not a kid's accessory. But the legs fold in and out, and you put the table, you break the table apart, and it's got the pieces right here. You just snap them together. That's pretty much it. Now for Dean Ambrose's accessories. He comes with one of the cooler accessories I've seen a figure come with lately. As soon as my camera wants to lock onto it. There we go. He comes with a video camera, which is really hard to put in his hands because his hands don't open very wide. It's got like a little viewfinder there. It's got some cool buttons and stuff. It's up there, you got your zoom and your track and all that. It's got the battery pack. It's got the little red record button. I mean, totally awesome. Great accessory. I'm glad they included this. And he comes with a chair. Why? Because we need more chairs. That's why. Throw it on the pile. Alright, so now the moment you've all been waiting for, let's get into the figures. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which Shield member am I going to review first? That didn't rhyme at all. Anyway, let's start with Seth Rollins. I really like this head scan. I was more a fan of the basic series one though, with him just kind of smirking and having his mouth closed. But I do like this one. The Elite one did turn out pretty damn good. It's got some like little black spots here and there, but because, you know, he's got a lot of paint detail in his face with the beard and the eyebrows, and his two-tone hair looks awesome. It's all curled up into like a little short ponytail. Probably did that just because of the vest, which I think this vest looks amazing. Rollins is actually pretty much the only member of the Shield right now that is still wearing a vest like this. They all started out kind of just wearing like black sweaters and t-shirts, and then they moved into that like awesome SWAT gimmick, and, or, you know, the Hounds of Justice or whatever. So then they all had these really, really big bulky vests with pockets everywhere. And Ambrose and Rollins, Ambrose doesn't even wear a vest anymore, he just wears a tank top, and Rollins has like a really, really streamlined looking vest. And yeah, so Rollins is the only one wearing the tactical vest anymore. He has t-shirt on underneath, he's got black painted on gloves, and cargo pants with boots sticking out of them. And what's interesting too is that you can tell that this is paint, and this is a flat black, black plastic. And the reason why is because they put just a bit of a shine job on here, or they used a different material. And this is a black plastic because of the way it rubs up on his hips and stuff like that. So if they painted this the same way they did the pants and like the shirt, it would have probably have rubbed off too much, and that just wouldn't have looked good. So that's kind of interesting. And, you know, articulation wise, you think the vest would hinder it some, but it actually doesn't. They kind of loosened up the ab joint for you already, so he can rock a decent amount, but, you know, not as much as, say, a wrestler like Daniel Bryan or Kane that aren't wearing a vest. And the vests are not removable, unfortunately. So that, you know, is what it is. But his head can go 360 perfectly. Looks up and down. He's got that ab crunch, waist articulation, shoulder rotates all the way around. Upper bicep swivel, single bend in the elbow. Rotates at the wrist. Pivots in and out. And his legs can go out about that much and out to the side. The pant thing here does kind of block it from going straight out. That kind of sucks. He does have a double bend in the knee. Can rotate at the boot, and he does have toe articulation and an ankle rock. Alright, now let's talk about his good old buddy Dean Ambrose, who is clearly the more psychotic member of the group, and I think that's awesome. He's got, you know, slick back hair, not really much to it, looks pretty good. Not too big a fan of his expression either. It just, I don't, there's like, it's like a weird snarl that he's doing, just like, I don't get it. I was much more a fan of the basic expression, although I don't like the hair as much as I do this one, so what are you gonna do? And he's got kind of a 5 o'clock shadow. He's got different tone of paint down here in his jawline, and Rollins just basically passed out over there. Someone party hard on New Year's Eve. And this is Dean Ambrose's vest, and I like it, man. It's got a lot of nice detail to it. You can see the buckle straps and everything. Looks cool. Back of it looks awesome. Again, it's not removable. He's got black wrist tape as well. Or actually, he has black wrist tape and Rollins has black gloves. And strangely, he does have some paint on his hip area, unlike the Rollins figure. So I don't know if that was on purpose by Mattel or what. And he's got the same cargo pants and the same boots. And pretty much he has the exact same articulation, only his ab crunch isn't working as good as Rollins. He can do it, but it's just not doing it as well. Overall, I'd have to give Seth Rollins a 9 out of 10. I think it's a great action figure. I really like the design of the vest. The head scan, while not my favorite expression, looks pretty good. The hair looks great too. And I love the accessories he has. You know, the tall ladder, the breakaway table, they're all a lot of fun. Couple things that really bugged me about it was the paint issue in the hips. I get why they didn't do it, but it's like it's just inconsistent with the other figures. His face had some little paint blotches here and there, mostly because of all the black that's on the figure. So I can honestly see that, you know, stuff like that's going to happen. But, you know, it's a great figure. Another thing I really didn't touch on, and I wish I did, was with both of the Shield figures, in like their hand areas, there's some paint kind of missing, so you can see the flesh tone underneath. And, you know, quality control, it's a mass-produced figure, so I could let it go, but, you know, I got to treat everyone fairly. So it's a great first appearance in the Elite Series for Rollins, and, you know, can't wait to see what his next one's going to look like. As for Dean Ambrose, I'm going to probably give him about the same score, honestly. He's a 9 out of 10. It's a really great figure. I don't think it's absolutely perfect. Again, I had the paint defects in the hands. I like that he comes with a chair. I love the video camera, but it's really hard for him to hold the camera. Like, I really had to pry his hand open just to stick it in there. And in this hand, too, there was, like, a lot of paint was missing. You know, it was just, you know, like it maybe missed a layer or two or whatever. And I'm not a big fan of his expression, you know. The same thing with Rollins. I wish that, I don't know what it is about it. It doesn't really do it for me. So, but again, great accessories. Overall, great design of the figure. Gets a 9 out of 10. Alright guys, this was Chase from Burnout Inc., better known as that guy with the gloves. I'm saying believe in the Shield, and I'll see you next time.
I think it's recorded. Yep, the light's blinking. Hey everybody, what's up? This is Dean Ambrose, a member of the Shield, and this is my buddy Seth Rollins. And guess what? I'm the only member of the Shield with a championship. That's right, him and Roman Reigns, they lost the tag titles, and I've got the U.S. Championship. I'm the champ of the entire United States. I represent all of you, and I'm a dirty, filthy scumbag. How do you feel about that? I bet you feel pretty good about it. Dude, you are way too obsessed with this camera. You're always taking selfies. You're always taking video. You're not even uploading them. You're just taking them. I know, because the camera loves me. And it's my only collection. And you know what? You can't say anything. You can't say anything because you don't got a title. I did have a title, but we lost him. Yeah, you lost him. You lost him good. I wonder who was the one that lost the title. I think it was you. And Roman's gonna be mad. I love my camera so much, and I...